Hey guys and girls, Derpysorn here, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be bringing you a nice little Modern Warfare 3 gameplay where I use the P90. This is kill confirmed and I go 31 and 11. One of my teammates actually ends up getting a Moab, which is pretty nice. Anyway, let's get on to today's topic, and this is actually quite a topic to talk about, which is, do video games make people violent? And it's very controversial simply because it's video games are violent. That's like the main reason. Video games are violent, but it doesn't necessarily mean it makes people violent. I mean, human nature is violent by nature. Yet, whenever something happens involving somebody that is a gamer or that recently played a game, the finger usually always gets pointed at the video game company or developer, because it's simply easier to blame them than to blame anybody else. Take an example, I think last week, this 8-year-old shot his grandma in the face. Yes, you heard me right. In case you don't follow the news, little 8-year-old actually picked up a gun, aimed it at his grandma's face, and shot her. Now, everybody's blaming, of course, video games, because just moments before this kid did this violent act, he was playing GTA 4. And of course, the media obviously finds it a lot easier to blame the Rockstar, because they've always, they can't really do anything. I mean, they can't really defend themselves other than saying they're not at fault because all they do was make a game. How do they know that this game was going to end up in the hands of an 8-year-old kid that would do such a thing? Pretty much, Rockstar isn't at fault here, because really it's not their fault at all. They just made the game. How are they supposed to know that this game would end up in this kid's hands, in this kid's console? Really, the person to blame here is whoever left this gun at in an accessible part for this kid to just come and grab it, and even more, leave it loaded and ready to fire. I mean, maybe it was the parents' fault. Maybe it was even the grandma's fault. Maybe it was the grandma's gun. I really don't know. I don't think they've actually specified whose gun that was, but it doesn't make it any better, because the kid just had easy access to it. And the kid obviously, probably his parents told him to say this or something, that he didn't know the gun was real. Now, how would you not know a gun is real? I mean, sure, the kid's 8-year-old, maybe he probably only had Nerf guns or something. But it still doesn't make it right. I mean, where could the parents possibly have left this gun that the kid knew? And since, of course, he was playing GTA 4, it obviously had to be the game to blame, the thing to blame, instead of the parents or whoever the owner of the gun is. And it's really, kind of frustrating whenever this happens, that some idiot does something like this and he's a gamer or something, because it puts gamers everywhere at fault. I mean, if he was playing Call of Duty, or any other violent game, they would obviously still blame the video game because it was simply violent. They wouldn't blame whoever left the gun there, because that's not how it works. The media likes to blame people who are easily at fault, who can't really do anything. Because of course they would have blamed the parents. The parents would have gone to jail, and the kid would have been an orphan. And the media doesn't like that. The government doesn't like that. Nobody likes that. Who in their right mind would that, let a little kid be abandoned? So they find it a lot easier to just go ahead and blame the company, because that's how society works. You find it easier to blame multiple people than just whoever left the gun there. Hell, the kid isn't even going to be charged with anything, because I think it was in Louisiana. In Louisiana, they can't arrest you unless or you can't have a criminal charge unless you're 10 years or older, because otherwise you don't know what you're doing. And it really pisses me off whenever this happens, because, not only does the media react this way, but one's parents. My parents, well, my mom, more than anything, gets real mad when we play violent video games, me and my brother. Because they're violent. She gets even more pissed when we play GTA, because it's so violent. But I always tell her not to worry, because I'm not capable of doing that. I have good manners. I've been taught well. But anyway, yeah, it's really, a harsh topic to talk about, because there's just so many things, so many stories, so many things that have happened that simply end up getting blamed on video games. there's this guy, this lawyer, I forgot what his name is, that it's always like saying video games are banned, trying to constantly ban GTA. Something Thomas, or Thomas, yeah, I believe his name is Thomas something, I can't remember. But back in GTA San Andreas, when the hot coffee mod was all over the place, he was all like trying to get the game banned as soon as possible. But it's funny that GTA is always the game that gets blamed. I always feel sorry for Rockstar, because all they do is make the game, not, they can't be blamed for anything. People always call it GTA murder simulator. I mean, it's really, it makes you think, honestly, whenever things like this happen, that, like, what makes people so violent? Does video games really make people violent? I mean, nobody knows for sure. I mean, you can't really blame video games. I mean, there's always been wars, violent, and everything ever since medieval times, even further back. There's always been violence, and they didn't have video games back there. Hell, video games wasn't a thing for them. Well, anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you guys next time. Please leave a rating, and hope you like it and subscribe. See you guys later.